Ronnie Thomas, the defensive end. He's their go-to guy. Senior 6'1", 250. The nose guard is Dedrick Jones. The nose tackle, Jalen Ball. The D-end is Stephon Smith. The middle linebacker, Dion Reed. The wheel linebacker is Kaiser Lewis. The star is Kenneth Martin. The left corner is Cedric Moffitt. The free safety is Malcolm Johnson. The strong safety is Caleb Brunson. And the right corner is DeMonte Holloman.
And the kick is underway, received by David Oxendine, who has a nice return up about the 30-yard line. Rattlers will take over there. We're just underway, 14 minutes and 52 seconds in the first quarter. Mississippi Valley comes in winless, but this team has a lot of fight and has gotten the respect of everyone around the country, especially there in the SWAC. The Rattlers have been a little bit of late starters, if you will, Albert. So how important is it for them to get off to a really good start?
Well, sometimes it's not important how you start, but how you finish. But we like to see these guys get off to a good start. I think it'll be a good mental test for them today after finding our swag back a little bit last week.
First down, 10 yards to go. Rattlers, Musa back to pass, and he is complete to Xavier Smith. It's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play, bring up about second down and 6 yards to go for the Rattlers.
Xavier just ran an out route after a clear out by the wide receiver. Nice 7-8 yard pass for completion.
14 minutes, 31 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We're just underway. Florida A&M facing a second down, 6 yards to go. Ball marked at the 34-yard line. Musa back to pass, looking, and the ball is complete. And it looks like Jamari Rashid is the receiver. Rattlers were advanced for a first down.
Yeah, pitch and catch all day long.
14 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Rattlers get their first down on the day, and they're going to mark the ball down at the 44-yard line of Florida A&M. 1st and 10, FAMU. Musa, 3 receivers split right. Musa back to pass. He's looking, he fires. David Oxendine, is that Manigo? David Manigo catches the ball, and it's going to move the ball inside Mississippi Valley territory. They're going to mark the ball down at the 45-yard line of Mississippi Valley.
Manigo was flexed to the left with trips to the right. He had man coverage, ran a deep dig. Nice pass and catch from Manigo.
Rattlers in business. Ball marked at the 45-yard line of Mississippi Valley. Musa back to pass. He's looking, and he's hit as he throws, and that knocked that trajectory of that ball off, Albert, and it's going to bring up second down for the Rattlers.
The Rattlers were very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted, but he had his man open on a deep post, and he was trying to get there, but the penetration by the Mississippi Devil,
the Delta Devils. We're going to struggle with that today.
I did a good job of pressuring the quarterback.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Florida A&M, 13 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. No score here in Bragg Stadium. We're just underway. Musa back to pass. He's looking, and the ball is complete out to Xavier Smith. And that's going to be near another first down for Florida A&M. Nice pass from Musa to Smith.
Yeah, same route to the left side with X-Man running a little out route. And I tell you what, if this is any indication what it's going to be like passing this football, man, we're going to have a stat day.
That's Darrell Jennings, the Rattler ball carrier. He picks up about 9 on the play, and they tackle him a host of Mississippi Valley Delta, and the ball is going to be advanced to the 30-yard line.
I don't want to jinx these guys, Melvin, but this might be the first drive all year that we get a touchdown out of.
Musa back to pass. He trips a little bit and he throws, and he just overthrow a wide open receiver. It was intended for Terrell Jennings. If he makes that connection, he walks in.
Oh, no question. The back out the backfield, uncovered. The linebacker missed his assignment, and Musa just put a little too much on that pass, but he would have walked in just as you described.
Second down, 10 yards to go, 12 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. No score here at Bragg. Florida A&M driving as they pick up their second first down on this series. Musa gives the ball to Jennings, who fights his way into the middle of that Delta Devil defense. He's brought down in there by Delon Road, and it's going to bring up a second down for the Rattlers.
Yeah, Terrell is a big guy, man. I mean, they got him listed at 230, man, but I believe he's about 245, man. But he can hump it at 6 feet. Out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes, Jacksonville. I know somebody from that area. Third down, 7 yards to go. Florida A&M. The ball is marked at the Delta Devil 24-yard line. Musa taking a look over this Delta Devil defense, and he's adjusting the play right now.
Hurry.
Back, and we had the problem with the play clock last week, but this one's probably on the quarterback, you say?
I think so. They may have got the timeout before the delay of game. The Rattlers did.
It is a timeout, and it's going to be a timeout assessed to Florida A&M. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
Season is ready to strike. Cheer the Rattlers to victory and be entertained by the Marching 100 this football season at Bragg Memorial Stadium. When the game is over, you can explore even more excitement in Tallahassee. Explore over 700 miles of trails, sway to the rhythmic tunes at the Bradfordville Blues Club, sip on a beer from our many craft breweries, or dine at one of our incredible local restaurants.
Get great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmart.
Present back in Greenwood the world's greatest gospel concert, starring the Canton Spirituals. Also, for the first time, C.C. Williams and the Spiritual QCs. The son of the great Lee Williams. Also, the West Singers, Soul Creation, the Spiritual Soldiers, the Joylettes, and the Sons of God. Come out Saturday, November 5th at the LaFleur County Civic Center and celebrate our return to early bird tickets. Only $15 for a limited time. Available at BradcomEntertainment.com. Harris Shoe, the LaFleur County Civic Center, Sioux City in Jackson. Or call the West Singers at 662-299-1288. Remember, early bird tickets only $15. VIP tickets are also available. Call 901-707-1029 or log on to BradcomEntertainment.com. Sponsored by Snatch Bay Aesthetics.
And he passes, and he has Zay Smith, touchdown FAMU, touchdown Rattlers.
I think that's the first time on the first drive that we've scored. We've been talking about getting off to a fast start, excellent drive. I think we only missed 2 passes that game, that drive, man. Excellent drive. Engineered by Musa. The Moose is on the loose.
The Moose is on the loose here in Tallahassee. Florida A&M advances to a 6-0 lead, and you're correct. One of the goals of the team was to score on the first drive of the football games, and for the first time this year, Florida A&M scores on their first drive. A positive sign for the Rattlers. Kick is up. Kick is good, and the Rattlers advance to a 7-0 lead. 10 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
We need to talk to you about Yorgos.
Don't you think it's a little odd he showed up in your life right when you became a gigillionaire?
He's a gig digger, Mom. He's using you for your AT&T fiber.
Now that it has hyper gig speeds, he spends half the day shirtless playing VR games.
Kids, why do you think I became a gigillionaire in the first place?
Yes, I am Yorgos.
We know.
Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T fiber. Now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
Come and visit the #1 golf course in Tallahassee. Founded in 1908, Capital City Country Club is a staple of the Tallahassee community with an A.W. Tillinghast designed golf course that sits among the live oaks in the Myers Park district. Capital City Country Club has been rated the #1 golf course in Tallahassee by the Tallahassee Democrat and Tallahassee Magazine. In addition, Capital City Country Club was rated among the top 100 courses under $100 in the nation and third by Florida NBC Golf Pass. Visit our website at capitalcitycc.com for more info about our club and memberships. We have an irreplicable atmosphere, and we are a proud partner of the FAMU Athletics Department. Go Rattlers!
Back here live at Bragg Memorial Stadium, the kickoff from Jose Romo Martinez was returned by the Mississippi Valley returner up into about the 25-yard line. That's where the Delta Devils will start there against this Florida A&M team. It's 10 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. The quarterback for Mississippi Valley is Jamari Jones, who gives the ball off to Caleb Johnson, a young man that you guys met last year that had a really good game against Florida A&M.
He can tote it, man. I tell you what, he's a talent, and the big quarterback is too. I mean, he can both run it and throw it. It'd be interesting to see how these guys respond to the Rattlers after that first drive for a touchdown.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Delta Devils, the ball is marked at their 23-yard line. The pitch is to Caleb Johnson, and he's running. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to be brought down and met by B.J. Bowler at about the 40-yard line. Nice run by that running back.
I tell you what, they'd like to run that little option play, and when you don't see it a lot, that was well executed right there. Defensive end crashed the quarterback. He pitched, and Big Caleb picked up 8-10 yards for the first down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Delta Devils, they marked the ball down at their 41-yard line. 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. And the give is up the middle to Kellum, who finds some running room in the hole. And he's going to be hit there and brought down by a couple of Rattlers, but not after gaining yet another first down. Al, they're going to have to address the run.
I tell you what, they're getting great movement at the point of attack. And same kind of deal they did last year, man. I mean, they can run this football, and I tell you, he's going to pull it out and try to throw a pass next. That's what's coming.
First down, 10 yards to go. Mississippi Valley, who have now advanced into the Rattler territory. The ball is down at the FAMU 42. And the give is to Caleb Johnson again, and he finds some more running room on that cutback. He's going to pick up another 5 yards, Al.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Dancer said they hadn't stopped it, so let's keep running it.
Absolutely.
Giving it to their guy, their go-to guy.
8 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. Valley, on their first drive of this afternoon, has picked up 2 first downs, and they're marking the ball down at the FAMU 40-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 5 yards to go for the Delta Devil. Quarterback back to pass, and he's got heat, and he's going to be hit and dropped in their big pursuit by the Rattler defense on that play.
Well, I tell you what, big quarterback felt a lot of pressure from the Rattlers on that play. I tell you what, everywhere he turned, there was a white helmet. For the folks who don't know, the Rattlers are wearing white helmets today.
Yes, they are. And that pursuit and that tackle was by Dre Jones, but there's official. So an infraction against the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils is going to put the ball at midfield. Actually, it's inched over into the Delta Devils territory. That ball rests right on midfield. Albert, did you catch what that infraction was?
The quarterback didn't get outside that tackle box, so he got it for grounding.
Got you. They lost it down on that as well, huh?
Absolutely.
That's going to bring up third down and 15 to go for Mississippi Valley. An impressive drive up to this point, but right now they're going backwards. And there's a quarterback draw up the middle, and that attracts the attention of the Rattler linebackers, led in there by a host of Rattlers. And that's going to bring up fourth down for the Delta Devils.
You know, when you run that option, it's important that the defense, they got to slow down just a little bit and read the keys, because it's so imperative that if you don't, they can make a big play out of a little play, and we did a good job stopping them on that play.
Back deep for the Rattlers is Jamari Shareed, who had an excellent game last year against these Delta Devils. Actually took one of these punt returns back for a touchdown last year. And the kick is going to sail into the end zone, and that leaves 7 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network. Brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
Loyalty and commitment. It's the Tallahassee Police Department's core values that led me to join the...
You know that is the place, but did you know that LaFleur Ace Hardware in Greenwood is also the place for all your building supply needs? Lumber, insulation, sheetrock, roofing, windows, doors, lighting, and more. You can get it all at LaFleur Ace Hardware. We've remodeled the store from front to back to include a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. Let our friendly staff assist you with your farm, ag, hardware, lawn and garden, and building supply needs. LaFleur Ace Hardware, 318 West Park Avenue. Locally owned and operated.
Oh, that place. The pizza joint that used to be a massage clinic that used to be a daycare, dojo, and a nail salon. Was it the location, or did they not know how to market their business to stay in business? Everything your customers see tells a story. So from business cards and banners to expertly packed shipments to mailboxes with a real street address. Go to the UPS store today for help.
Visit your local UPS store at 1831 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 125 in Greenville, close to Walmart.
Something on that weak side over there. They're trying to get break contained with the speed of Shareed.
Third down, 7 yards to go. For the Rattlers, the ball is marked on the Florida A&M 23-yard line, and the Rattlers have Xavier Smith split left, 3 receivers split set to the left. Musa back to pass, looking, he's got a man, complete to David Manico for about a 15-yard gain now.
And you got trips to the left, Manico, man up, man-to-man with his guy on this side. That's where you want to throw, back shoulder throw, nice touch by Musa.
Rattlers in business as they pick up their first down, and they're going to place the ball down at the Florida A&M 45, 1st and 10, FAMU. Musa gives the ball to Jennings, who is going to be met in there by several of the Delta Devil defensive players, led in there by several of the Devil Deltas.
Just a simple handoff in that A-gap to the big guy, and he picked up only a couple on that run.
Second down, 8 yards to go, Florida A&M. Ball marked on the Rattler 46-yard line. Musa back to pass, looking, and it is complete and caught, but they're actually going to lose some yards on there, complete to Xavier Smith.
Yeah, he ended up hitting X-Man on a little out route, but he was a check down. He was trying to go someplace else, and the Delta Devils did a good job of in the secondary covering the play.
4 minutes, 58 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. Rattlers facing a third down. 8 yards to go with the ball placed down at the 47-yard line of FAMU. Musa back to pass. Looks, got a man open. It is Xavier Smith who takes a wicked lick, but a nice pass play from the Moose to Xavier Smith.
Xavier right there in the middle of the field. They're playing zone defense. That's what the gap is on that zone, too deep. And X-Men made a great catch and took a good shot thereafter.
Florida A&M with the first down and 10 yards to go. They've advanced into Delta Devil territory. They're going to place the ball down at the Delta Devil 37-yard line. 1st and 10, FAMU. FAMU looks like they're going to call a timeout, Al. He saw something in that Delta Devil defense that he did not like.
I think he saw the play clock and was about to go out on it.
Oh, wow. They had that problem last week, so the clock is definitely something good for Florida A&M. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
For retreat at Hyatt House, Tallahassee, Capital University. Located just steps away from FSU and FAMU in the heart of Railroad Square Arts Park, Tallahassee's newest extended stay hotel offers all the comforts of home with residential-inspired suites, including plush beds, separate sitting areas, and fully equipped kitchens. Wake up to
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture and commitment to our customers. That's why at CB&S Bank, we're proud to take the field or court with you. Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
ripened peppers pickled at the peak of perfection. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is America's choice for game day. Original Louisiana brand hot sauce, bring the heat.
Back live here at Bragg Stadium, Rattlers set up with a first down, 10 yards to go. Musa back to pass. He's going to the end zone. He's looking for Shareed, and well defended there. And some may say face guarding, but he went for Shareed, who was behind the guy, but he missed him.
Yeah, Musa didn't get a good throw on that ball. I mean, they got away from him a little bit, kind of ducked away, but he had his right guy. I think Shareed was looking for a little pass interference on that because he turned to get the ball and the defensive back didn't look back. He was looking at him and could have gone either way, but that's what you want. He had max protection on that play, having the extra two backs in the backfield.
That brings up second down, 10 yards to go. Florida A&M, 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0, and there's a lot of laundry on the field right now, Albert. It looks like the infraction is going to go against Florida A&M. That's going to push them back 5 yards on that play.
Obviously a disconnect between the quarterback and his offensive line.
3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. Rattlers driving the ball down the field right here have encountered an infraction against the offense. They're going to put the ball down at about the 42-yard line of Florida A&M, and it's going to bring up second down and 15 yards to go for Florida A&M. And the give is to the big back out of the backfield. That's Terrell Jennings. He's going to be brought down after a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
Terrell Jennings is, again, 6 foot 230, but he has some happy feet, man. He turned that corner and was able to pick up a yard or two, I believe, on that play.
So Florida A&M facing a 3rd and 15, ball marked at the FAMU 38-yard line. 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. Big play for the Rattlers as Musa looks over this Delta Devil defense. As the Rattlers need about 15 for a first. Musa back to pass. He's looking. He's being pressured, and he's going to be brought down on the play by the Mississippi Valley defensive tackle. Big play by their defense.
Yeah, you got to credit the secondary with good coverage, but that play took too long to develop, and Musa was end up getting sacked.
That sack was by Jalen Bell, a junior, 5'11". That's going to bring up fourth down for Florida A&M as they will turn this ball over to the Delta Devils.
Like a great spot for a fake punt right now, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. All-American Chris Vidul is back to punt for Florida A&M, one of the leading punters in the nation. And he pooch kicks this. It's going to come down, and the Rattlers are going to be in business as that kick goes out at the 7-yard line.
Good end-over-end kick by Fadul. Puts him out on about the 7.5, 8-yard line.
2 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 0. The Delta Devils come in from Itta-Bena, Mississippi. That's it. Is it Itta-Bena?
Itty-bitty, Mississippi.
Quite a trip for these guys, but they have been playing really good, and a lot of people are rooting for that program because they have a lot of challenges, as you mentioned earlier.
Right.
So we're good. It's good to see them here, but it'll be better if they go back with an L. So
we want to send them home with a smile, but with a big L on their shirt.
First down, 10 yards to go. Delta Devils ball marked at their 7-yard line. Referee halts the action. And it looks like
illegal procedure.
Delay of game against the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils is going to set them back, and they're going to place the ball down on about the 4-yard line. This is the excellent opportunity for the Dark Clouds defense to get in there and make some business happen.
But on that previous drive, though, they had some success running the football right up the middle, so we want to see what they're going to do, how they adjust.
The give is to Caleb Johnson, who's stacked up, but he breaks back and he finds some running room, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16-yard line. This is an impressive back.
I tell you what, he can tote it. He did a great job against us last year, and obviously he's their go-to man on offense when it comes to running the football.
Caleb Johnson, one of the top backs in the SWAC. 1 minute and 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi State Valley 0.
Caleb's been around this program for a while. He's a redshirt junior, 5'9", 205 pounds. Tough cookie.
Back. He's looking to pass. He's got a man wide open. I don't know if and he completes the pass, and he's running. He's got heat from a rattler. He's going at the 5-10 touchdown, Mississippi Valley.
Yep.
Big play by the Delta Devils.
The quarterback, Jamari Jones, did a good job extending the play. Looked like he was almost sacked, found a receiver going up the sideline, and was able to get the ball to him, and nobody was going to catch him. Touchdown, Delta Devils.
That was Kobe Bells, a redshirt freshman, 5'9", 170 pounds, and Al, he was wide open.
Yeah, the quarterback slept on that thing. I think they thought the quarterback was going to be tackled. Jones did a good job of extending that play and coming up with a big throw on the money for the touchdown.
Delta Devils kick is up. Kick is good, and we have a tie score here in Tallahassee. FAMU 7, Mississippi Valley 7. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
FAMU football season is ready to strike. Cheer the Rattlers to victory. Good subs available at the stands during your next visit to the Al Lawson Center. Or come visit us at our easy access location in the Onyx building across from Potbelly's. At OG Subs, our team takes pride to ensure every item is outrageously good. For catering information, please visit ogsubs.com.
Back live here at Bragg Memorial Stadium. Mississippi Valley on an impressive drive. This drive started at about their 3-yard line, if you remember, Al, and a big play to Kobe Bells that opens up this Rattler secondary, and the Delta Devils tied his score at 7 with 1:17 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a broken play, Melvin, and but that kind of play gives a team momentum. That gives them drive. If you don't take the fight out that dog, you're going to have your hands full.
Rattlers come back out. They're going to mark the ball down at the FAMU 27-yard line. Again, 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We have a tie score of 7. This give is to Terrell Jennings, who fights for about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and about 7 yards to go for Florida A&M.
Well, the Rattlers have had success both running and passing, so a good mixture of plays. Be interesting to see how we respond after the broken play for the long touchdown. I think that might be the longest touchdown pass in a while against the Rattler defense.
That's correct. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Rattlers. Ball marked at the Florida A&M 29-yard line. Musa back to pass, and he just overshot his receiver on that side. That pass was intended for David Manico, and it's going to bring up third down and about 8 yards to go for Florida A&M.
Yeah, Manico had single coverage over that on that wide side, the short side that is, and he ran a little 7-yard button hook, and Musa's pass got away from him, sailed on him a little bit.
36 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 7. Musa back to pass. He's got some heat. He's going to run, and he gets away, but there are flags on the field right now in the area of holding for Florida A&M.
Yeah, when you see that laundry on the field in that area, most times it's holding.
Whoa.
Face mask.
Against the defense.
Yes.
Rattlers will benefit on that play as they step off a face mask penalty against the Devils, and they're going to sit this ball down at midfield. First down and 10 yards to go, Florida A&M.
Well, I tell you what, we were kind of sputtering a little bit on offense, so we'll take that play and keep this drive alive.
Clock is ticking. 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 7. We're here at Bragg Stadium on the beautiful campus of Florida A&M here in Tallahassee, Florida. Rattlers first down and 10 yards to go. Musa back to pass, looking, has a man, and he drops the ball. It hit him in a very bad place.
Well, you know what? It actually was tipped a little bit, but it hit him in his hands. He should have made that catch.
That's going to bring up second down and 10 yards to go for Florida A&M. As we now go into the break, that's the end of the first quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 7. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
Athletics for over 25 years. We offer 2 convenient locations for all of your grocery needs. One on South Monroe in Tallahassee and our newest location in Quincy. Simply put, you pay what we pay plus 10% added at the register. There are no gimmicks, no tricks, and no high prices. It's just a sure way to save you money every day on everything your family needs. For more information, please visit Piggly Wiggly TallahasseeFL.com.
Mami, yo estoy bien. I'm okay on money. See? ¿Y papá? Yeah, I'm starting work tomorrow, actually. Hi, can you tell me if I'm doing this right?
Yeah, that looks right.
Oh, really?
I think you're good.
When you leave one comfort zone in search of another, Regions has the people, tools, and tech
I can help you with that. New job?
New everything.
to help you move forward faster and brave the beginning.
Tri-Eagle Sales is a proud supporter of FAMU Athletics. Tri-Eagle Sales has been the leading beverage wholesaler in the North and North Central Florida area since 1996. Our 210 knowledgeable beverage professionals service over 2,000 retail customers in our 14-county territory from our 2 facilities in Tallahassee and Ocala. Tri-Eagle Sales, a proud supporter of FAMU Athletics.
Back live here at Bragg Memorial Stadium. Rattlers on a first down. Terrell Jennings is the ball carrier. He fights, and he made something that wasn't there, something for them in the form of a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, he took nothing and made something out of it. I tell you what, you know, we talked about that passing game. That was Jeremiah Pruitt, the big tight end, who dropped that pass on that previous play at 6'5", 230. He's a redshirt junior out of Atlanta, Georgia. Now, you know, he hadn't been catching a whole lot of passes in the game, but that was one that I'm sure he'd like to have another opportunity to get that back.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Florida A&M. The ball is marked at the Delta Devil 46-yard line. Musa back to pass, looking, and completes to Xavier Smith in the area of a first down. We'll stand by and see where the mark is.
I think he's going to be a little short, Melvin. Ran a nice route. He ran an in and then back out. Nice throw by Musa.
That's going to bring up a fourth down for the Rattlers and about 2 to go. And the Rattlers are going for it. Ball is marked on the Delta Devil 42-yard line. Big play, big call right here. Musa. Are they trying to draw them offside, Al?
Better hurry, the clock.
The clock is ticking. And the Rattlers called timeout. I think the strategy behind that was to try to draw them off sides. Mississippi Valley did not go for it. And so the Rattlers on that play are going to be penalized 5 yards. And it's going to bring up fourth down and 7 yards to go, Florida A&M. 13 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 7, Mississippi Valley 7. The All-American punter, Chris Fadul, out of Wesley Chapel, Florida, Wiregrass High School, punts, and it's a nice punt. And it's going to be brought down, almost pinned at the 1 yard line. Let's see where this mark is going to go. If it's at the 1 yard line,
yeah.
What a punt by Chris Fadul. How big was that out?
Hey, that was huge, man. I tell you, it was a low trajectory punt with a nice spiral to it. So when it flipped forward. But the Rattlers, great coverage on the on punt coverage, and was able to stop that ball right there at the 2 yard line, or 2.5 yard line.
That sets up this dark cloud defense to apply massive pressure to Mississippi Valley. They're going to place the ball down at the 1 yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 yards to go for the Delta Devils. 12 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We have a tie score here in Tallahassee at 7. And the quarterback keeper is not going to notch them very much right there, but they are trying to get that ball advanced off the goal line out.
Yeah, I tell you what, the quarterback is a big fella, man. He stands at about 6'3", 210 himself. So that quarterback sneak was one just to kind of push that ball, try to get a little more room to operate offensively.
He didn't gain any. It's second down, 10 yards to go. Mississippi Valley, the ball is on the 1 yard line of the Delta Devils. Jamari Jones is a Delta Devil quarterback. He's standing in his end zone, and it looks like Mississippi Valley saw something in the dark cloud defense that they didn't like, so they called a timeout. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
FAMU football season is ready to strike. Cheer the Rattlers to victory and be entertained by the Marching 100 this football season at Bragg Memorial Stadium. When the game is over, you can explore even more excitement in Tallahassee. Explore over 700 miles of trails, sway to the rhythmic tunes at the Bradfordville Blues Club, sip on a beer from our many craft breweries, or dine at one of our incredible local restaurants. Plan your trip to the highest of 7 hills at visitallahassee.com.
Get great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. Choose great seats from over 125,000 live events, all backed with a TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Get your tickets smarter at ticketsmarter.com.
Back here live at Bragg Memorial Stadium, 12 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We have a tie score at 7. Mississippi Valley hands the ball off to their running back, Caleb Johnson, who stacked up. But they started this drive on their 1 yard line. He picks up about 3 on this play, but it's going to bring up fourth down for the Delta Devils.
Yeah, Caleb, he's got 5 attempts for about 48 yards. with a 9.6 average. The longest run he's had has been about 14 yards.
Make that 3rd down and 10 yards to go for the Delta Devils. The ball is marked down at their 4-yard line. Florida A&M looking for a big play from this Dark Cloud defense. Clock is ticking. 11 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jones up the middle to Johnson, who's met in there by several. And there is Fagan. And a host of Rattlers on the stop. And he's still pushing the pile. It's amazing, but it's going to bring up 4th down for the Delta Devils.
Credit to Rattler defensive line. I tell you what, in the linebackers, they made a play right at the point of attack, held a big guy up, because I tell you what, they've had success running that play on previous series. So good stop for the Rattlers, and hopefully put the offense in position to score a touchdown.
That stop was made by Nadarius Fagan along with Isaiah Major. Orlando Fernandez is the punter from Mississippi Valley, and he punched his ball deep. It's going to be corralled by Shareed. He's at his 45, and he dances there, and he's going to be met by several Mississippi Valley Delta Devils, and they're going to bring him down inside of Delta Devil territory, make that Florida A&M territory, and they bring him down at the 44-yard line. And now the crowd is steadily increasing here as people are filing into the stadium. As you stated earlier, it's Pink Out Day in honor of Breast Cancer Month here at Florida A&M, but got to be happy that the students made it back safely. They're starting to show up in their section right now after Hurricane Ian, so definitely glad to see the crowd arriving here at Bragg Stadium.
Yeah, nice turnout. Excellent day for football.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Florida A&M ball is marked at the FAMU 43. Musa looking for Manico. Great catch by this young man deep down into Mississippi Valley territory.
That's a catch.
Big call, and they are going to make that a catch.
Yeah, that's a fade route. Manico got man coverage. Musa put it up. That's one of those 50-50 balls, and he took advantage of it.
Coach Simmons talks about his players and the 50-50 balls. That's really what it's come down to in college football, the 50-50 ball. Who wants that ball more? Florida A&M 1st down, 10 yards to go. They're going to mark the ball down at the Mississippi Valley 30-yard line. 9 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Rattlers driving. And the give is to the big guy, Jalen McLeod. He's tasting a host of Delta Devils with him. He gets about 5 yards on that play.
Big Jalen, I tell you what, he's having a fine day today. 6'1", 245. He's a graduate student, too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Also from Jacksonville,
yeah,
correct?
also from Jacksonville.
2nd down, 5 yards to go. Florida A&M. 9 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Rattlers putting together a really nice drive. And the give is to Jalen McLeod again. This time he fights for maybe 2 yards on the play. Patrick Jones along with Jalen Bell for the Delta Devils.
Yeah, they got some big people right there, right over the center, that A and B gap. They got some big, wide folks down there. Not real tall, but they're wide folks.
Wide folks. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Florida A&M ball marked down at the 24-yard line of Mississippi Valley. Musa back to pass. Look, completes to Xavier Smith, who makes a move and another move, and he's down to the 5-yard line. Big play, FAMU.
Hey, you talking about the SWAC player of the year. This guy, man, is exciting. Every time he touches the ball, there's a simple, quick post, and the rest of it was on him.
Rattlers going quickly. The give is to McLeod, who finds his way for about a yard, where he's met in there by a host of tacklers from Mississippi Valley, led by Jalen Bell.
I tell you, the Rattlers went tempo on that play, and I saw the guys to the right side of the field jumping up and down because nobody was over there. And I'm quite sure Coach Simmons saw that as well, but Musa handed that ball off, and they were able to make a play.
And there was an infraction on the play against Mississippi Valley. They're going to move the ball down to the 2.5-yard line. Florida A&M will start there.
Musa is 12 of 17 for 126 yards. I mean, he's having a pretty good day.
Florida A&M, what kind of, they have an interesting setup. McLeod gets a, whoa, he was hit and met. That was Terrell Jennings, and it was a Wildcat formation. Musa not in the game. What a big hit.
That was a train wreck, man.
Definitely a big hit in there.
I thought the big guy was just going to take that thing to the flag, man. Nobody was there. He could have ran outside. He ran. That was a train wreck.
He was looking for the impact on that play.
Ouch.
Second down, goal to go.
Touchdown. There.
Touchdown.
That's what he had last time.
FAMU. Touchdown Rattlers. Terrell Jennings on the 2-yard run advances the Rattlers to an 13-7 lead. He had that play the first time.
He had that same play the first time. Nobody was over there.
Impressive drive from Florida A&M, a drive to start it back on their 35-yard line. And the Rattlers, after 3 first downs, punching in from 2 yards out to extend to a 13-7 lead. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. We have 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
FAMU football season is ready to strike. Cheer the Rattlers to victory and be entertained by the Marching 100 this football season at Bragg Memorial Stadium. When the game is over, you can explore even more excitement in Tallahassee. Explore over 700 miles of trails, sway to the rhythmic tunes at the Bradfordville Blues Club, sip on a beer from our many craft breweries, or dine at one of our incredible local restaurants. Plan your trip to the highest of 7 hills at visittallahassee.com. OG Subs has been proud to call the Big Bend home for years. OG Subs offers the best subs, salads, and wraps in Tallahassee. Come check out our outrageously good subs available at the concession stands during your next visit to the Al Lawson Center. Or come visit us at our easy access location in the Onyx building across from Potbelly's. At OG Subs, our team takes pride to ensure every item is outrageously good. For catering information, please visit ogsubs.com.
Back live here at Bragg Memorial Stadium. Martinez kick is gathered at the 2-yard line, and the Mississippi Valley kick returner is going to be brought down around the 22-yard line, and the Delta Devils will start there, Al.
That was a decent return by the Delta Devils. Get that ball back to the 23, 22-yard line. Great coverage by the Rattlers.
Well, right now, Al, the Dark Cloud defense really needs to step up after the Rattlers extend to a 14-7 lead. On that last drive by Mississippi Valley, busted play, so the Rattler defense should be focused right now. First down, 10 yards to go. Delta Devils, ball marked at their 22-yard line. And the give is to Caleb Johnson, and he's going to be stacked up in there and hit by B.J. Bowler as the Rattlers stopped them for no gain. Perhaps they lost a yard on the play.
I think there was a mix-up in the backfield, Melvin. That was the quarterback on that carry. Johnson went to the left, and the quarterback opened up to the right, and so he just turned it up and tried to get what he could get. Ended up losing a yard.
Second down, 11 yards to go for Mississippi Valley. 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. Jones completes the ball, but it's out of bounds.
He gave him a catch.
Did they give him that catch?
Yeah. It's a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards, but he made a catch. All you need is 1 foot in college.
That's correct. Well, it's a gain of 6 yards on the play for the Delta Devils. It's going to bring up third down, 6 yards to go for Mississippi Valley. 6 minutes, 1 second remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. And the ball is going to be given to Caleb Johnson, who tries to cut back, but he's going to be met by a host of Rattlers, led in there by Stanley Minter, and he had help from Gentle Hunt.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Rattler defense is starting to get real stingy right now. I think they're a little perturbed because they had that busted play for the long gain and a touchdown, 83-yard touchdown pass. So they coming out now and playing lights out.
Orlando Fernandez is the punter for Mississippi Valley, standing at his 35-yard line. The Florida A&M 35-yard line is Jamari Sheree. He gathers this ball, and he's going to be brought down. Loose, and he's at the 50, and he finds some pay dirt, and they're going to bring him down inside Mississippi Valley territory at about the 48-yard line. And this kid is exciting now.
He's exciting every time he touches the ball, man. I tell you, he was a step away from probably breaking that for a long game, if not a touchdown.
He had a tremendous game last year in Mississippi for these Rattlers as they came back to win this game against Mississippi Valley. But he had a punt return for a touchdown in that game and 3 other scores. An exciting player for Florida A&M. And just imagine when he's on his game and you got Xavier Smith on the other side, the Rattlers pose a threat to just about anybody in the country.
And David Manigo, I mean, you got the other guys lighting it up. Oxidine we got to get him in the rotation here. We got to get him going. Once we get all the cylinders rolling on this offense, man, they got to be one of the most potent offenses in the country.
How would you assess Moose's play up to this point?
I mean, what else can I say? Moose, he's had he got a long throw that got away from him. I think he was hit. It kind of wobbled out his hand a little bit. But he's 13 of 18 for 145 yards and a touchdown. I mean, he's showing super leadership out on the field and making the kind of plays that we need. I mean, so let's see what he does on this particular drive. I mean, we need drive a couple of nails in the coffin early on here right before halftime and take the wind out of the sails of these guys.
4 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. Rattlers 1st and 10. Ball marked at their own 40-yard line, and the give is to Jalen McLeod, and the big guy is going to be stacked up in there and hit hard by Jalen Bell and Stephon Smith from Mississippi Valley.
Well, I tell you what I see coming is Musa riding him hip to hip, pulling that thing, because I think he could have a track meet. And he can run the football. Now, he may not be able to take it to the house, but he can run the football. He can get us a 10 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Rattlers actually look like they may have lost a yard on that play. It's going to bring up second down and 11 to go for the Rattlers. Musa gives the ball to McLeod again, and he tests the middle of that Mississippi Valley defense. And he's going to be brought down in there by DeLon Rude as well as Kalis Lewis.
Yeah.
Third down. 7 yards to go. Florida A&M. 3 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14. Mississippi Valley 7. Rattlers looking at a 3rd and 7. The ball is marked on the FAMU 42. Musa back to pass. Attended pass for Xavier Smith across the middle. A little bit low on the pass.
That's too low. Musa got to stand in there and make that throw, man. He's got to execute. He's got to make that throw. Receiver wide open, 3rd down and about 8. Make that catch, you pick up 15.
Rattler set to turn the ball over. It's 4th down. Chris Fadul, the All-American punter out of Wesley Chapel, Florida, Wiregrass High School, set to punt, and he puts together a nice punt that's going to be gathered for a fair catch at the 11-yard line, and that's where the Delta Devils will start their drive. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
We need to talk to you about Yorgos.
Don't you think it's a little odd?
Fiber, now with speeds up to 5 gigs, limited availability.
Come and visit the #1 golf course in Tallahassee. Founded in 1908, Capital City Country Club is a staple of the Tallahassee community with an A.W. Tillinghast designed golf course that sits among the live oaks in the Myers Park district. Capital City Country Club has been rated the #1 golf course in Tallahassee by the Tallahassee Democrat and Tallahassee Magazine. In addition, Capital City Country Club was rated among the top 100 courses under $100 in the nation and third by Florida NBC Golf Pass. Visit our website at capitalcitycc.com for more info about our club and memberships. We have an irreplicable atmosphere, and we are a proud partner of the FAMU Athletics Department. Go Raptors!
Back live here at Bragg Memorial Stadium. Mississippi Valley picks up a first down off an infraction against the Rattler defense. They just run their ball on first down and 10 yards to go. More flags on the field.
Yeah, on the previous play, we had one-on-one coverage with Kendall Bowler and their receiver, and Kendall was called for a little interference. They come back, and I think we got another penalty against the Rattlers, which is going to advance ball an additional 15 yards.
They're going to place this ball down at the Mississippi Valley 42-yard line. The Delta Devils have gained 2 first down on infractions against the Rattler defense. 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Jones gives up the middle to Caleb Johnson, who's going to be stacked up by Nadarius Fagan and Isaiah Major, along with Gentle Hunt.
Yeah. Caleb Johnson has been their go-to man all day. I mean, 5'9", 205, but he looks like he's 5'9", 215, and he can tote it. He can run it. He's been in this system for a while and had a lot of success.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Delta Devils, ball marked at the Mississippi Valley 42. Jones back to pass, looking, and he's being pressured, and he's going to throw the ball at the last minute, just kind of throw it away as he was being pressured in there by Gentle Hunt along with Stevens.
Great pressure by the Rattler defense. You know, we talk about these legendary folks that come from Mississippi Valley. You're talking about Jerry Rice and Deacon Jones and Willie Totten, Parnell Dickinson. All these guys are in somebody's Hall of Fame. I tell you what, they've always had a great program in terms of tremendous athletes and being competitive.
The Rattlers and Devil Deltas have only met 3 times. The Rattlers have won all 3 games, and the Delta Devils are looking to challenge the Rattlers that they give the ball to Caleb Johnson, and he's going to be brought down on the play. Big play by the Rattler defense as Justin Cook in there on the tackle as the Mississippi Valley will have to turn this ball over on downs. It's 4th down for the Delta Devils.
Caleb is a load. So far, he's 8 rushes for 49 yards.
4th down, 8 yards to go. Mississippi Valley, 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Folks, we want you to stand by. We have an interview coming up with head coach Rudy Hubbard at halftime, the legendary head coach here at Florida A&M. And I tell you, you guys won that title on the field, Al.
We were the first to win it on the field. We were the first team in the state of Florida to win it on the field. That's big time.
Big time.
And Honcho was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame last year, man. Had a great event out in Las Vegas. Had a chance to go out there, and he was amongst the stars which is where he's supposed to be. We had a great time, man. I tell you what, waiting on the Black College Hall of Fame now to do something.
Absolutely. Certainly a decorated time in Florida A&M football history. And we're going to talk to the honcho at halftime. First down, 10 yards to go, Rattlers. They mark the ball down at the FAMU 10. It's going to be a screen pass complete out to Terrell Jennings. He picks up about 3 yards on the play. Make that 4. It's going to be second down, 6 yards to go, Florida A&M. Musa back to pass, look, and completes to Xavier Smith. The Rattlers are going to get a first down on that, and they're going into tempo offense right now.
Yeah, the Delta Devils are playing a real soft zone, and they're giving up. We can pitch and catch all the way down the field. Got a minute and 44 seconds before halftime. Let's see how we execute this drive.
Musa back to pass. He's looking, fires, and has a man open, complete. Again, Xavier Smith open. Another first down for Florida A&M as he steps out at about the 44-yard line.
That was a long throw, man. That was a deep out, man, a long throw across the field, but well executed.
Rattlers with their second first down on this series. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball marked at the FAMU 41. 57 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Musa back to pass, looking, being pressured, and he's going to throw out to the side here and complete the pass. It looks like to his tight end, Kamari Young.
Yeah, Kamari's hadn't been in that passing game too often, but can catch the football. He's a 6'3", 245-pound redshirt junior.
Out of Tallahassee, Gabby,
yes,
is that
sir.
correct?
He's a local guy.
Second down, 2 yards to go. Florida A&M, 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Rattlers driving. Musa back to pass, looks, fires down the middle. Xavier Smith was open. What happened on that play?
We were trying to throw a quick post inside, but it was a little heavy traffic in that one. Ball sailed a little bit on him, and fortunately it wasn't intercepted.
45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. The give is up the middle to the running back, who looks like he advances to a first down into Mississippi Valley territory.
Yeah, all we got to do is pick up a few more yards, and we're in field goal range with our guy.
So first down. Go Florida A&M. 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter as there's a timeout on the field. And Al, this is interesting because definitely you're in your 2-minute offense. The Rattlers can play for field goal range here. They're going to mark that ball down at about the 47-yard line of Mississippi Valley. Rattlers probably need to get down to around the 20 to get a decent kick.
Well, I think anytime we cross the 40, we actually in our guys' range. But on the previous plays, Mississippi Valley, they've been playing 4 or 5 guys at center field. So, I mean, they're not giving up the long pass, or they're trying not to. So if we can hit some underneath stuff and stop this clock, we may get an opportunity not only throw score a touchdown, but maybe get a field goal for sure. We need about 8-10 more yards to be in field goal range.
Ball marked at the Mississippi Valley 46-yard line. Musa back, looking, fires deep, and he's looking for Shareed, and he overthrows him down near the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up second down for the Rattlers. 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7.
I think we need to be throwing shorter routes, outs, to set up our field goal kicker. You know, we got 24 seconds. Trying to throw a deep pass, and they got 3 or 4 guys playing center field on us.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Florida A&M. Ball is marked at the Mississippi Valley 46. Musa back to pass, is getting a little bit of heat, and he throws, and it's going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds on the play. Ball intended for Darian Oxendine. It's going to bring up third down and 10 yards to go for Florida A&M. 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Oxendine is a 5'10", 170-pound redshirt junior. He's out of St. Augustine, Florida, but he played initially at the University of Tennessee Martin.
Okay.
Before he transferred here. You know, we talk about the players from Florida. Mississippi Valley has 5 players from Florida on their roster.
Rattlers facing a third down and 10 yards to go. A timeout has been called out on the field, and Coach Willie Simmons saw something going down and called that timeout.
Well, you got third down. I mean, 3rd and 10. And 27 seconds before half, so you want to make sure you got the right play call, you got the right personnel in to execute the play you want.
We have a timeout here with 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. We'll stay right here, Al. Again, you said anytime we cross the 40, we're in Jose Romo Martinez range, but the Rattlers still are going to probably go for this touchdown. So definitely needed at this point.
Well, I think right now we need to try to get the first down before we go for the touchdown. If it turns into a touchdown, great. But, I mean, we got 27 seconds. We need 10 yards for a first down. And let's get a fresh set of downs and give us some more opportunities.
Ball is resting at the 46-yard line of Mississippi Valley. Third down, 10 yards to go, Florida A&M. 27 seconds remaining on the clock in the second quarter. Musa.
Got him.
Oh! That hit Xavier Smith in the hands. He dropped it. Still be running right now.
Xavier was trying to run before he caught that football. You got to look that thing in.
Here's a big decision. 4th down, Florida A&M. And it looks like they're going to bring on Fadul as it brings up 4th down for the Rattlers. 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7.
Fadul was a quarterback in high school. I'm going to leave that right there.
And there you go. He completes the ball right at the first down marker. This could be a first down, and that was on cue. That was on cue. Fadul completes the pass.
Now he's got to throw the ball in the ground. You got to spike it. You need to spike it in the ground.
Clock ticking. 12 seconds. 11 seconds. 9 seconds. Florida A&M looking to do something, and now there is a stoppage in play. And this may have been a timeout called by Mississippi Valley. 3 seconds remaining on the clock, Al. They're spotting this ball down at the 36-yard line of Mississippi Valley. Are we now in Jose Romo Martinez range?
Absolutely. I say absolutely. We got 4 seconds. We lost a lot of time on that between the fake punt and getting back to the line of scrimmage. And I don't think they're going to give us any time back. So,
not at this point. 3 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. Florida A&M looks like they're going to go for this kick. The ball is resting on the 36-yard line of Mississippi Valley. This is going to set up almost a 50-yard field goal for Jose Romo Martinez. So the kickers are on cue. One completes a pass, and now the other one is going to set up for a nice field goal. And you say that he's within his range.
It's in his range, no question.
3 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. Florida A&M is setting up to go for what is going to be a very long field goal for Jose Romo Martinez, the young man out of Banning, California, who transferred from Delaware State. And when I talked to him a couple of weeks ago, the Rattlers were in the MEAC. And so he was familiar with the program, and I asked him why FAMU, and he was almost like, why not?
Right.
So he is familiar with Florida A&M. This kid is a double major right now, and he's looking really good. One of the top kickers in the FCS division. This young man actually had to take over the punting duties last year, did that well. Now he's setting up for what looks like it's going to be about a 47-yard field goal. The ball is resting on the 36-yard line of Mississippi Valley. 3 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
He's automatic, man.
Referees halt the action. And this is going to be very interesting. Willie Simmons is talking with the official, not sure what's going on. So they're asking that they reset the clock to 18 seconds. You were right.
Yeah.
They got their time back. So with 18 seconds remaining, Florida A&M has now brought their offense back out on the field, and they are going to run their offense. First down, 10 yards to go, Rattlers. Ball marked at the Mississippi State 36-yard line. Let's see what the Rattlers have in mind. Musa back to pass, looking man wide open, and he drops the ball at about the 22-yard line. 12 seconds remaining on the clock. It's second down, Al. Are they going to take a couple of more punches before the kick, or what is the strategy?
No question. You got to do that. But that was a deep out. That was a long throw, and Oxidine, I believe it was, couldn't hold on to it. But anyway, we got to come back and give it another shot. Now watch for some type of handshake move with the receivers, in and out, and got to throw it in the end zone at least once.
Musa back to pass, looking, he's got heat, and he's going to get brought down at about the 39-yard line. Clock is ticking. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 0. Halftime is upon us. Florida A&M definitely looked good on that last drive.
Yeah, but we came up with goose eggs, man, and that's not the look we want. I'm sure Coach Simmons is not happy about that.
We're standing by.
Quarterback got to throw that ball out of bounds.
For our reporter down on the field, Zaria Harvey is going to talk with head coach Willie Simmons.
Hi, I'm here with Coach Simmons. Coach Simmons, can you tell me about the first half of the game?
Well, I thought the defense played really well, except for one busted play. And they're keeping us in the game offensively. Did some good things, but got a lot to clean up. And had a chance to put some points on the board. Did take advantage of it, but I come out second half and play better football.
All right, and what adjustments can you make moving towards the first or the second half?
We just got to clean up some things offensively. I mean, we got plays out there. We're just leaving a bunch of yards, a bunch of plays on the field. So as a coaching staff, we got to settle them down, get them to execute. The defense got to just keep playing at a high level. Special teams the same, and we'll be fine. But offensively, we got to pick it up.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Zaria. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network. We're at halftime. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. When we return, we'll be talking to former head coach Rudy Hubbard, who joins us in the booth. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
For solutions to your financial concerns, go see Sammy Foster at Financial Solutions and Investments. He can help you with your current or future financial needs, such as life, annuities, retirement, 401k, IRA rollovers, and real estate. Financial Solutions and Investment is located at 200 East Washington Avenue, Suite 146 in Greenwood, or call Sammy Foster at 662-515-5860.
You're listening to G Wood Live Radio. G Wood Live Radio is streaming 24/7. Bradcom Entertainment and the West Singers present back in Greenwood the world's greatest gospel concert, starring the Ken Spirituals. Also, for the first time, C.C. Williams and the Spiritual QCs. The son of the great Lee Williams. Also, the West Singers, Soul Creation, the Spiritual Soldiers, the Joylettes, and the Sons of God. Come out Saturday, November 5th at the LaFleur County Civic Center and celebrate our return to early bird tickets. Only $15 for a limited time. Available at BradcomEntertainment.com. Harris Shoes, the LaFleur County Civic Center, Sioux City in Jackson. Or call the West Singers at 662-299-1288. Remember, early bird tickets only $15. VIP tickets are also available. Call 901-707-1029 or log on to BradcomEntertainment.com. Sponsored by Snatch Bay Aesthetics.
Not have to turn this platform into a theatrical performance, but that you can stand up with the Word of God and you can declare the gospel of Jesus Christ to the next generation.
This is Pastor Mike from Colorado Baptist Church here in Greenwood, Mississippi. I just want to inform you we're going to have a Holy Ghost revival right here at Colorado Baptist Church, Greenville, Mississippi, and I want to invite you to come out. We've got an awesome speaker, Pastor Paris Reagan, who's an associate pastor at Jimmy Swagger Ministries in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's going to be here preaching the message, and we want you to come out and be part of this great revival. People, right now, we've got a mess going on in our nation. We got young people shooting each other up. Young people need to be in church. Bring your children to these services. Let them hear about Jesus Christ. They need that more than anything right now.
And that will captivate their hearts and their minds as the Spirit of God moves upon them.
So that place, the pizza joint that used to be a massage clinic that used to be a daycare, dojo, and a nail salon. Was it the location? Or did they not know how to market their business to stay in business? Everything your customers see tells a story. So from business cards and banners to expertly packed shipments to mailboxes with a real street address. Go to the UPS store today for help.
Visit your local UPS store at 1831 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 125 in Greenville, close to Walmart. We need your support as we hit the road again. G Wood Live has been faithful in bringing play-by-play action every ball game. Help us get to our destination by becoming a sponsor. That's right, you can become a game day sponsor. Support G Wood Live today through Cash App $G Wood Live. The game day sponsorship helps us to get to our destination so we can continue to bring you the latest in sports. And while you're at it, don't forget to download the G Wood Live app. Only you can make this game day a success. Cash App $G Wood Live.
Hey, are you busy at the moment? Well, stop what you're doing right now and download the G Wood Live app. It's absolutely free. There's no cost. I'll say it again. It's absolutely free. It's your way to stay connected and stay involved in the community. Download the G Wood Live app on your Apple or your Google Play. Stay connected, stay positive, stay involved. Download the G Wood Live app today.
And did a great job. We got in at the last minute, man, and I was so blessed. I felt blessed, and I knew I had some studs coming back. One of them just left the booth.
That would be Albert Chester, correct?
Yes.
Yes. I remember his game against Bethune-Cookman. Yeah. We were down 17 points at halftime, and boy, did the Rattlers come back in there and really saved our season to put us in position. But the Rattlers advanced in the first round to face a Jackson State team. A lot of people felt like that was the playoffs. Talk a little bit about facing that Jackson State team in the first round.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I think the game before that was a good one. We had to play Grambling.
That's right.
We had them in the Classic, and I don't think many people expected us to win. We kind of blew it out on that one. But then going to Jackson, the weather changed. It got cold. My guys started looking funny. But fortunately, we had that experience once before. And Florida guys just don't really like playing in the snow. But we got all the long johns we could find in Jackson, Mississippi. And the guys started feeling better about it. We came out there. That actually was the championship game in my mind.
Yes, definitely. But we did go on to play the University of Massachusetts. And what I remember from that game is a huge game from Michael Solomon, over 200 yards in that game.
Yeah, we had two gentlemen with that. We had Melvin McFadden as well.
Right.
Yeah, Melvin had come in and replaced Ike Williams at tailback. Ike had broken his leg, but man, Michael Solomon, he had a great year anyway. And then we had a good line of scrimmage. We had Tyrone McGriff and those guys. So,
yes.
It was no fluke.
Right.
We dominated. The wind changed, and we had to play the wind a lot, but we knew what we were doing.
A real stellar part of that Florida A&M team to me was the Rattler defense.
Yeah.
Under Fred Goldsmith.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about what they were about at that time.
Oh, man. We were leading the nation in total defense. Yeah, and ended up leading the nation. So we were good. I used to ask him, before the game would start, I'd tell him to answer one question: can we shut them out?
Wow. Wow.
He had to give me a good answer. The pressure was always on him. But
definitely.
Fred was a great coach. We had an excellent staff. Coach Mungin, Coach Lang. I mean, we were loaded.
Yeah, Coach Kittles. It was a really impressive group that went on to do other things. I think Fred Goldsmith actually ended up coaching at Duke. Is that correct?
No, the Coach of the Year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys still have a relationship, isn't that correct?
Yeah. I was I misunderstood the whole situation. Coming from Ohio State, I'm thinking that I'm going to have to come down here and school these old timers, you know what I mean? And I didn't really understand that guy, Coach Bobby Lang, was already an All-American track coach.
Right. Right.
And Pop Kittles, was winning all the baseball games in the SIAC. Mungin was winning in golf and tennis.
Yes.
So these guys turned out to be great coaches before I got here. And I was just fortunate and lucky enough to be able to work with them.
What's interesting about that era, and I don't know that a lot of people know this, but the coaches were also teaching classes back then in addition to coaching football. That was part of the era.
Coaching classes and then working with me all night. As a crazy young man, didn't care about coaching classes or not.
Right.
I just wanted to win. But they did it, One of my best friends, a guy from Ohio, which is where I was coming, Pete Griffin.
Pete Griffin.
He was from Columbus. And he came right to me right away. He said, young fella, I'm not going to be able to do this and work this like this, at night like this. Because they hadn't been doing that.
Right.
And so we ended up working with that. He didn't. But the rest of the guys said, hey, let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were hired by legendary coach Jake Gaither, who was the athletic director at that time. Talk to me a little bit about that interview.
Well, let me say this. Coach Tooks was the athletic director.
That's right.
But I had to Coach Gaither, I had to get his blessing. And so everything went down. I think they had selected me, and then I had to go to Coach Gaither's house with Coach Tooks to get the final blessing. That's the way that went down.
Wow.
And it was, and then Coach Gaither and Coach Woody Hayes were good friends.
Okay, so there was some history there.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, a big accomplishment.
Let me. So see, a lot of these guys had gotten their master's degree from Ohio State.
Oh, really?
Pop Kittles, Mungin, Coach Tooks, and Coach Gaither.
Wow.
So they would come up there at least during the summer.
Okay.
To get their master's degrees. Yeah.
Wow.
So there was a relationship already.
Well, it was big time for you last year to be honored with the College Football Hall of Fame. Talk to us about that achievement.
Well, it caught me by surprise. I'm fortunate, and I still feel that way now, because I'm grateful to Florida A&M and all the coaches and all the young men who helped me to achieve what we got done, because I didn't think it was going to happen. Many times they wait until you die.
Yeah.
And I started thinking that's what was going down, because I had been nominated for like 9 or 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it just got passed me by, So when I was just sitting there, I think it was in January, and all of a sudden a box was delivered by UPS. It was a football, and congratulating me on being inducted to the National Hall of Fame.
Wow, what an
That's the way it went
accomplishment.
down, yeah.
What an accomplishment. Now, you left college football, and you really didn't re-enter coaching again until you decided to take over the program at Rickards High School here in Tallahassee. What led to that decision?
Well, actually, what led to it is I realized that I needed to do something. I had been in business out on my own, and I really needed to be able to get back and be able to get some health insurance, man.
Yeah.
Because I was getting older, and so that entered my mind. And would you believe that I went there and I promised I would coach for 4 years, and they were about through with me after 4 years, and I was about through with them. But the point is, the very next year, I found out that I had prostate cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Coach Pink Hightower had given me an opportunity to coach there, and I'm still grateful to him because he didn't even think about it. He said, if you want to do that, let's go. But that could have saved my life.
It could have saved your life, but I was thinking about the impact that you had on those young men. I'm sure they had an impact on you in a different sense, being high school players.
Well, it was a great opportunity. Coaching is something I really enjoyed doing, still do, except that it's a shame that at the time they didn't pay gentlemen my complexion, like they were these other boys. And
Right.
I wasn't about to do that any longer. I
Right.
couldn't do that any longer. I had enough success that I felt like I deserved better.
Well,
And
the
so-
success that you had created a book for you, right?
Yes, it did.
Talk a little bit about the book that you wrote.
Well, I'm trying to. I felt good doing it, trying to influence people. I believe that most people could win. Woody Hayes used to say that most men will have at least 3 opportunities to do something great,
Wow.
but they just let it go by because they never look for it. And I believe that. And so what I'm trying to do in that book is to inspire people to understand that they have an opportunity to be great, but they got to be aware of it. They got to be looking for it and expecting to be great. And so the name of the book is You Can Win Too. And that's what I talk about. It's not going to be easy now because I went through a lot of stuff.
But, Coach, how can people buy that book?
Well, all they got to do is go on rudyhubbard.com, and it tells them how to buy it and everything, and get on the Cash App.
Yes.
And I'll bring it to them.
And
Well, I'd
you
rather
sign it
do
too,
it that
right?
way because I like to sign it, and I like for it to be personal. And when they do it that way, then I can, do it personal. Because some of the people I might not know, they just might want the book.
Well, Coach, it has been a pleasure to interview you. Your value here to Florida A&M in this program during the era that you here is unmeasurable.
Thank you.
And I am glad that they put you in the College Football Hall of Fame. Next up is probably the Black College Football Hall of Fame. We certainly want them to give you your roses while you're here. Any parting thoughts?
I want to congratulate you guys for doing such an outstanding job.
Thank you.
I listen to you all the times, when I'm not here at the game. And you guys, man, bring it. You bring it.
Thank you.
And, this is a special sidekick you got here
Yes,
to me.
yes.
So
What made him so special? You're talking about Albert Cheshire.
I think probably his mama.
Okay.
Because that's what made him special to me. I'm so glad that she came up to me, man, that she saw something in me that she wanted to give me an opportunity to work with this young man.
Well, I'll tell you something, Coach. I often remind people, Albert was a 3-time MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know of many players in that capacity. So he was active for you as a sophomore. Talk about how rare that was.
Well, we had a special team. And so for him to rise and be one of the leaders on that team, but I had some guys,
players,
man.
Yes.
I had some guys, some grown men out there playing, just showed a lot about this character, and he's still doing it.
Yes.
And that's that goes with what I'm saying in my book.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
I mean,
That's
if you
right.
can win a championship, you can win it anywhere. You know, you just change avenues, do the same things.
You know, I talked with Coach Simmons, and he really says that football is relative to life.
Yeah.
The sudden changes. Comment on that, if you will.
Well, you know, things are going to happen. And it's how you respond to what happens is whether you're going to be successful or not. You know, some people will, you know, they'll fall out and they'll cry and moan and look for sympathy. And then there's some people who recognize something happened and they know they got to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are normally good in sports. The people who recognize I got to do something and I don't mind working. You know, it's so easy to put that one finger up in the air, but most people don't want to work.
That's true.
Yeah.
The last thing I got to ask you, you're from Hubbard,
Yeah,
Ohio?
That's right.
You want to talk to me about that since you're Rudy Hubbard?
Well, it made good press. You know, I'll tell you, it made good press when I was playing back in the day. You know, it was good, and I think it was coincidental. You know, my folks don't own it much there, but I like to tell people that I went to a predominantly white school at Hubbard High School. Was that way? You might know a young man just went to Ohio State and had a great game the other day from Hubbard.
Yeah.
But the name was great, but the complexion was a problem.
It was a big problem. You know, you bring that up, but you were the first African-American coach at Ohio State. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Talk a little bit about that journey.
Well, I think probably what happened, and I feel bad to this day that I didn't ask, okay, is I probably saved Coach Hayes' job. My best football game as a player was my last game against University of Michigan. We were supposed to lose by 15. We ended up winning by 15, and that was my best game. I think that had something to do because he was going to be fired. Now, that's the way it normally went back then. And in odd number of years, we'd play in Michigan, and they'd fire the coach if he'd lose.
Wow.
And the even number of years we'd play in Ohio, and they'd fire the coach. And that's what happened. The very next year after that, they fired the coach at Michigan.
Wow.
But came out of that, and so he kept his job, and the next year we went undefeated. Wow. But he had hired me. You know, I was my first year coaching.
You know, Coach, and I'll let you get out on this. There was an incident with you where I guess you were coming home at night, and I guess you ran up against some adversity there, and you felt like it was because of your complexion. Talk to us a little bit. Enlighten us what happened.
Well, I hope I'm talking about the right time because it happened so many times.
Wow.
You know, you'd be surprised. You know, of course, right here in Tallahassee, I had a cross burned in my yard.
Right.
And, but yeah, I would always say what's on my mind. I know I never had a problem, you know, with people knowing and understanding how I felt. And so I was talking to this guy. His name was Ray Starr.
Ray Starr.
He used to be a radio guy.
Yes.
But we were finished talking, and we just standing around talking. I was telling about how, you know, sometimes, you know, white folks used to be locking their door. When I pull up beside him, we were just talking. I said that would bother me. Well, he put it in the paper.
Oh, wow.
And I believe it had something to do because it was shortly after that when the cross showed up in my yard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was probably the thing that lasts in my mind more than any other. But then there was another time where a guy pulled a gun on me because I was running.
Right.
I was just starting to run it, and you know, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It reminds me of some of the stuff that some of these guys go through now. But fortunately, my dad had told me one time, he said, if a man put his hand on you, because he never did.
Right.
He said, I want you to give him everything you got, unless he's got a knife or a gun. And I saw that gun, and I didn't do nothing. And I look at some of these kids now, they get to wrestling with somebody with the gun. They need to understand that.
Yes.
You know, wrestle after the guy put the gun away.
Put the gun away. Folks, we're talking about football with legendary Florida A&M football coach Rudy Hubbard, elected to the College Football Hall of Fame last year. And we're so proud of his accomplishments here at FAMU, but we're also proud to say that he's doing some good things in the community right now. Coach Hubbard, thank you for joining us, and we'll look to talk to you in the future again.
It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network, brought to you by Visit Tallahassee.
Mom, we need to talk to you about Yorgos.
Don't you think it's a little odd he showed up in your life right when you became a gigillionaire?
He's a gig digger, Mom. He's using you for your AT&T fiber.
Now that it has hyper gig speeds, he spends half the day shirtless playing VR games.
Kids, why do you think I became a gigillionaire in the first place?
Yes, I am Yorgos.
We know.
Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
Come and visit the #1 golf course in Tallahassee. Founded in 1908, Capital City Country Club is a staple of the Tallahassee community with an A.W. Tillinghast designed golf course that sits among the live oaks in the Myers Park District. Capital City Country Club has been rated the #1 golf course in Tallahassee by the Tallahassee Democrat and Tallahassee Magazine. In addition, Capital City Country Club was rated among the top 100 courses under $100 in the nation and third by Florida NBC Golf Pass. Visit our website at capitalcitycc.com for more info about our club and memberships. We have an irreplicable atmosphere, and we are a proud partner of the FAMU Athletics Department. Go Rattlers!
No, Mommy, yo estoy bien. I'm okay on money. ¿Sí? ¿Y papá? Yeah, I'm starting work tomorrow, actually. Hi, can you tell me if I'm doing this right?
Yeah, that looks right.
Oh,
I
really?
think you're good.
When you leave one comfort zone in search of another, Regions has the people, tools, and tech
I can help you with that. New job?
New everything.
to help you move forward faster and brave the beginning.
Welcome back to the Rattler Sports Network. Halftime is over, and we're 14 minutes and 48 seconds into the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. What a very enlightening interview with former head coach Rudy Hubbard. Rattlers kick the ball off to Mississippi Valley, who run a play on first down, pick up 2 yards. It brings up second down and 8 yards to go for the Delta Devils. And the give is to Caleb Johnson up the middle. He finds some pay dirt, and he's going to be brought down just short of the first down. A nice run by Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, Caleb took that thing right up the A-gap and knocked down about 7-8 yards, man. I tell you what, he's their workhorse. He's the guy that we got to stop.
First down, 10 yards to go. Mississippi Valley. Ball is marked on the 35-yard line of Mississippi Valley. 13 minutes, 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. Delta Devils driving. Jamari Jones gives the ball to Caleb Johnson, and he's going to be brought down. On that play, Rattler defense steps up.
Caleb has about 10 carries for about 49, 50 yards, but what a tremendous athlete. He's their workhorse. They're going to continue to give him the ball. I think they're going to try to set up a little pass, but doomsday defense, lights-out defense is what we need from these Rattlers early in this third quarter to flip this game around and seal the coffin.
13 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Mississippi Valley facing a 2nd and 8. Ball is marked at the Delta Devil 41. Jones back to pass, and he overthrows his receiver, being defended in there by Kendall Bowler. And Florida A&M forces the Mississippi Valley into a third down.
Yeah, that's that man coverage they were looking for. And again, he faked that play action to Caleb and came up with the pass, and the Bowler brothers are locking it down on the corners.
12 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley. The Delta Devils 7. Third down, 8 yards to go for the Delta Devils. Jones throws the ball incomplete, and this time the other bowler was on the play. And these kids have been a nice find for Florida A&M.
No question. Shut down corners, man. A top-notch defense. Jones actually ran a little sprint out, tried to throw a little out route. Ball got away from him. Had he completed the pass, it still was going to be short of a first down.
Orlando Fernandez, a junior, 6'1", is set to punt the ball for the Delta Devils. Standing back at his 22-yard line is Jamari Shareed for Florida A&M. And Shareed is going to wave this ball off. It takes a Rattler bounce, and they're going to mark it down at about the 36-yard line of Florida A&M with 12 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So, Al, the Rattlers get an opportunity here to really spin the offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, man, you get the ball the first quarter, first drive, take it right down. Come back, and we kind of sputter a little bit, not looking so good, maybe a couple of errant throws. But now we come back to second half. First drive after the second half, be nice to take this thing 65 yards for a touchdown.
12 minutes, 37 seconds remaining. Florida A&M 14-7. To give is to Jennings up the middle, who finds some pay dirt as he advances the ball for about a 9-yard gain on the play. That's going to set the Rattlers up for a second down and 3 yards to go.
I tell you what, nice play design. Musa handed the ball off, and it looked like it was a sprint out to the wide side. And before you know it, you look, McLeod, the big boy's got the ball. Turn it up.
It's going to be a first down for the Rattlers as he got enough for that first down. Ball is marked at the FAMU 47. The give is up the middle again to Jennings. He fights his way for maybe 1 or 2 yards there, and he's stacked up on the play by Derek Jones and Lucas Banks.
Credit those Delta Devils with being at the point of attack. Still got a push, though, from the Rattler offensive line to pick up 2 yards.
The give again is up the middle to Jennings, who finds pay dirt, and he picks up about 4 yards, and they bring him down in Delta Devil territory at the Delta Devil 47-yard line.
Tell you what, that was a nice move by Terrell to look outside and bounce back in and pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Rattlers looking at a third down, 5 yards to go. Ball marked at the 46-yard line of the Delta Devils. Musa back to pass, looking, and fires incomplete. Had several Rattlers in that territory right there. Al, what happened?
Well, it looked like a mix-up between the quarterback and receiver, the route and where the ball was actually thrown. Unfortunately, it was third down, and we're going to be punting.
And that brings on Chris Fadul, the All-American punter out of Wesley Chapel, Florida. Wiregrass High School. He's had a couple of really neat punts. One that was down at the 1-yard line, and this kid is really coming back into his own after sitting out last year with an injury against the University of South Florida. And his punt sails out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. Another good punt by Fadul.
Fadul, I tell you what, he can flip the field, and that's what you want. You want that. Back in the day, you used to call it the coffin corner. You want to kick that ball and put that offense deep in their own territory and make them fight their way out. And that was an excellent punt.
The Delta Devils will take over on their own 10-yard line. The Delta Devils scored on a busted play in the first half, and that's how they got their 7 points. They've shown an ability to run the football. Their passing game is a little bit off right now, but they're facing a first down and 10 yards to go from their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, you take that big busted play, that 83-yard touchdown, take that away, and you got a lights-out performance here by this defense here tonight.
Jones back to pass, and he completes the ball to his receiver at about the 13-yard line. He's going to pick up 3 on the play, and that was just a little button hook right there for that wide receiver.
Yeah, a little quick look in, executed well, but the cornerback, the Rattler cornerback, that bowler put his shoulder right in the back of that receiver for no gain.
That pass was complete to Caleb Johnson. Second down, 8 yards to go. Mississippi Valley to give it's a quarterback keeper up the middle. and he's going to get a first down after about a 14-yard sprint up the middle. Now the Rattler defense seemed to be susceptible to a quarterback draw.
Well, that's an effective play because they've had so much success running the ball to Caleb, and the quarterback just pulled it out. And when he pulled it out, then I think our guy could do the same thing on some option-type runs, run pass option plays. That was an excellent play, excellent design, and well-timed by the quarterback there, Caleb Jamari Jones.
And Jamari Jones completes a pass for about 2 yards. That pass was complete out to his receiver, Miles Hobson, and it only gained 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 8 yards to go for the Delta Devils.
Yeah, you're talking about nickel and diamond. I tell you what, they're not getting much, but being effective with what they're doing.
This drive started back at the 10-yard line for the Delta Devils. The ball is now marked on their own 32. The give is up the middle. Well, actually, he keeps the ball on a nice fake, has a man open but misses him, and it seems like they were on two different pages right there, him and the receiver.
Yeah, quarterback was able to extend that play. He thought he was, the Rattlers thought he was probably sacked. He was able to wiggle out, go back the opposite side of the field, had a man open, but he threw the ball in the dirt.
9 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. The Delta Devils facing a 3rd and 8. The ball is marked at the Mississippi Valley 26-yard line. Jones back to pass, looking, has a man open near the first yard marker, and he's going to get a first down as they drive him out. That's Caleb Johnson at about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he caught him on a little out route, and it was not covered. He was able to turn up, get a little yards after the catch, and pick up a little more than he needed for the first down. This is the kind of team, though, you got to be careful about. They're sneaking now. If you don't put them away, I mean, we're just a touchdown ahead of these guys. I mean, we got to, from an offensive standpoint, we need to go ahead and put these guys away.
Mississippi Valley driving the ball, and their quarterback is going to be sacked. Well, he's not sacked. He's going to throw it away, but Isaiah Land had his hands on him and just forced him to throw the ball away.
Well, he's a big guy, Melvin. I mean, Jamar Jones, he's 6'3", 210. He's probably about 220, but he's got big legs, big, strong kid. So you're going to have to bring him down. You're going to have to grab him and wrap him, and that's one of the things we talked about earlier, keys to victory. You got to wrap.
Yes.
Got to tackle.
Yes. Second down, 10 yards to go, Mississippi Valley. Ball marked on the Delta Devil 41. Jones back to pass. He's rolling out. He's getting some heat. And he's going to be sacked. Sacked in there by a contingent of Rattlers, led in there by Gentle Hunt, along with Nefarious Fagan. Big play for the Dark Clouds defense.
I tell you what, they zoomed in on the quarterback that time and didn't let him break, contain, and kept him in tight for the sack, for the loss, actually, of about 8 yards.
It's going to bring up third
and a whole bunch.
Yes, 17 to be exact for the Delta Devils, who started this drive back on their 10-yard line. 2 first downs later, they placed the ball down at the Delta Devil 30-yard line. Make that the 34. Jones back to pass, and he's going to run up the middle. He's looking for daylight, and he's going to be met in there by a plethora of Rattler defenders, led in there by Isaiah Major on that play.
That was a designed quarterback draw, and well played by the Rattlers. He picked up 7 8 yards, though. Ended up being 4th and about 8.
7 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. Back deep for the Rattlers is Jamari Sharif. He's standing on his 15-yard line. He calls for a fair catch. The ball hits in that area. They need to get away from it. It's rolling. What a punt. It rolls down inside the 10-yard lines. Great punt by Orlando Fernandez.
Yeah, the punt return team actually got in the way of the punt returner, and he couldn't make that fair catch. It resulted in that ball rolling deep into Rattler territory.
And the Rattlers will take over as they mark it down at the 9-yard line with 6 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. Here in the third quarter, the Rattlers will go to work on their second possession of the third quarter. And the band is starting to kick it up. And, you know, when you talk about that band, you can't talk about it without talking about Joe Bullock.
The Almighty.
The Almighty, who was elected to the Black Radio Hall of Fame, and he'll be going up there to receive that award on tomorrow. He is such a big part of that band, big part of Tallahassee, and a guy from Jacksonville.
Absolutely. We're going to have him down here before the game is over so we can hear from Joe Bullock.
The Almighty.
But you know that.
6 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. Rattlers get a first down, and to give Musa fires incomplete. That's going to bring up second down for the Rattlers. 6 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. And I know a lot of people out there thought Florida A&M would be further along, further ahead. But this Mississippi Valley team has come to play, Al.
Oh, no question. I tell you, they're going to bring their A game, but we're not executing at the high level that we need to. That's a nice run there.
Yes, definitely a nice run up the middle on second down by Terrell Jennings. He is a nice back from Jacksonville, Florida, and he really complements McLeod very well. And they're bringing in Jalen McLeod right now, so a lot of beef running the ball for the Rattlers.
Running back by committee. What we missed, though, is that lightning in the bottle.
Yes.
We missed that. I mean, we missed Bishop. Of course, he gave us some great years, but the young fellow from
Tallahassee, DeAndre Francis.
DeAndre's still hurt.
Yes.
And we missed that, though. He would take a run like that to the house.
Exactly. DeAndre Francis is the redshirt freshman from Rickards High, came in and had an excellent game against Albany State. He received an upper body injury. He didn't play last week against Alabama A&M, and he's not playing tonight, but he's an excellent complement to Jalen McLeod and Terrell Jennings. Rattlers, with 5 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter, hold a 14-7 lead. They're looking at a second down, 8 yards to go. The ball is marked at the FAMU 35-yard line.
You know, Melvin, you take away that first drive, this offense hadn't been crisp and sharp as we like for it to be. We've shown signs of doing some good things, but we haven't been consistent and sharp on offense like we need to be, like a championship team should be.
The give on that play was to Jalen McLeod. He was brought down in the middle there by several of the Mississippi Valley defenders, amongst them Derek Jones, who's leading the SWAC in sacks. Third down to go for Florida A&M. Musa back to pass, and the ball is complete, but it's really not going to give them the necessary yardage even to get back to the first down marker.
Yeah, Musa was hit as he was trying to make that delivery on that pass. He's got to get a little more protection. Either that step up in the pocket or take an extra step back. But he's got to somehow, some way create a little more time for himself because we're just missing these passes that will give us first downs.
Al, you mentioned that this offense hasn't looked crisp. Do you think that's a result of the Mississippi Valley defense or just a little bit of the problems that the offense is having executing?
I would lean more toward the offense not executing as opposed to Mississippi Valley doing something that we haven't seen or creating havoc with our offensive line and so forth. But I just think we're just not executing well. We're not. Everybody's not doing their job. We got to finish. When you're playing a team like this and you're only up by a touchdown, you don't want this thing to be close. That gives them life. They feel like they can win. You know, you got to put these guys away, man.
Right. So Mississippi Valley will take over the ball. It's marked at their 15-yard line. 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. And the give is to Caleb Johnson up the middle. and he's going to be stacked up in there by Lovey Jones along with Nadarius Fagan, and it looks like Kyle Jackson was also in on that play. Second down and about 9 yards to go for the Delta Devils.
I've got a score here. Alabama A&M defeats Bethune-Cookman University 27-35-27.
And that's a big game there in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And the pass is complete to a receiver, good for about 3 yards on the play. And that receiver was Caleb, make that Miles Hobson. He's a 6'2 junior.
Yeah, they're trying to take advantage of that man coverage and hope that they can get the ball out to that playmaker. He can make a play and get some yards after the catch. That yak with that man coverage on that side of the field. But Bowler brothers shutting it down, man.
And that was Kendall Bowler on the play for the Florida A&M Rattlers. Third down, 7 yards to go for the Delta Devils. The ball is snapped over his head, and Rattlers are pursuing him. They're going to bring him down at the 1 yard line. Is it a safety, Al? They're not calling it a safety, but
I think he's going to put it on the 1 yard
1 yard line. Big play for the Dark Clouds defense. It's tough when the ball is snapped over your head.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I tell you, that's a horrible feeling to be chasing a ball that's been snapped over your head and not knowing what's behind you.
Orlando Fernandez, who had a great punt on his last possession, is standing at the back of his end zone as they mark the ball down at the 1 yard line of the Delta Devils. The punt is off, and Cherie gathers it at the 41. He's at the 30, and he cuts back. He's down to the 22-yard line. Nice 17-yard return by Cherie. And we have a flag on the play. Al, did they hit him late? Was there an infraction there? We'll let the referees sort it out.
A lot of activity close to the Rattler sideline.
Definitely. 1 minute, 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. That punt was a good punt, but it was returned by Shareed down to about the 27-yard line. So the call is against Florida A&M.
He said number 18. That's Kobe Gross.
Kobe Gross. And that was an infraction. And it was a big infraction as they're marking this ball back. It was at the 22-yard line. They set the ball down at the 43-yard line, and it kind of nullifies a good run.
Absolutely.
By Jamari Shareed. Rattlers will take over, first down and 10 yards to go. 1 minute and 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7.
You know, that's not the culture of this football team to make those type of errors. Right. I mean, that unsportsmanlike conduct.
Musa back to pass, looking, has a man open and complete to Shareed, and the Rattlers will advance down to the 8-yard line on a beautiful pass on a rope from Musa to Shareed.
Yeah, that was an excellent throw, a little wheel route, and Musa dropped it right in there on a dime.
Al, Coach was saying that when Musa gets his feet set, he's one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the nation.
That's a good call, man. That's a good call. You know, and one of the things that we fail to realize, Musa, this is his first year start.
That's right.
Musa didn't play at Vanderbilt.
That's right.
You know, he was up there at Vanderbilt, competed with those guys, but he didn't play. And this is actually his first year starting. I mean, so, you know, technically, you know, he's a smart guy and has great arm talent, good size on him, and he can run. Now, we haven't seen him run really since the North Carolina game. They probably told him to slow up. but a talented kid.
1 minute and 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14, Mississippi Valley 7. Rattlers driving. We have an injured player down on the field from Mississippi Valley, and they're attending to him, and it looks like he's going to make it back to his feet as number 32 for Mississippi Valley. So the Rattlers are looking at a first down inside the 10-yard line. It's going to make it first down and goal, Florida A&M. They'll place the ball down at the 7-yard line. Rattlers driving.
You know, the defense continues to serve it up for the offense. They got to put this ball in the end zone, man.
An important possession for this Rattler offense, who has not been crisp tonight. They've been down here several times and got nothing. Big run up the middle by the running back, and he's going to carry him in his end zone. It looks like a touchdown, FAMU.
It's a tough run.
Touchdown, Rattlers. Big run.
Terrell Jennings. Is that Terrell?
It looks like it was Jalen McLeod.
That's McLeod?
Yes.
They look like twins.
They
man.
do look like twins. But this was a beautiful run right up the middle, all power, Al, he drug at least 4 or 5 Delta Devils into the end zone. Rattlers advanced to a 20-7 lead over Mississippi Valley. Kick is up, and the kick is good as the Rattlers extend to a 21-7 lead. We have 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining in the first quarter. You're in tune to the Rattler Sports Network. Brought to you by Visit.
You know that is the place, but did you know that LaFleur Ace Hardware in Greenwood is also the place for all your building supply needs? Lumber, insulation, sheetrock, roofing, windows, doors, lighting, and more. You can get it all at LaFleur Ace Hardware. We've remodeled the store from front to back to include a full line of Benjamin Moore paint. Let our friendly staff assist you with your farm, ag, hardware, lawn and garden, and building supply needs. LaFleur Ace Hardware, 318 West Park Avenue. Locally owned and operated.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture and commitment to our customers. That's why at CB&S Bank, we're proud to take the field or court with you. Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Bradcom Entertainment and the West Singers present back in Greenwood the world's greatest gospel concert, starring the Canton Spirituals. Also, for the first time, C.C. Williams and the Spiritual QCs. The son of the great Lee Williams. Also, the West Singers, Soul Creation, the Spiritual Soldiers, the Joylettes, and the Sons of God. Come out Saturday, November 5th at the LaFleur County Civic Center and celebrate our return to early bird tickets. Only $15 for a limited time. Available at BradcomEntertainment.com. Harris Shoes, the LaFleur County Civic Center, Sioux City in Jackson. Or call the West Singers at 662-299-1288. Remember, early bird tickets only $15. VIP tickets are also available. Call 901-707-1029 or log on to BradcomEntertainment.com. Sponsored by Snatch Bay Aesthetics.
10 yards to go, and another bad snap, and it looks like Florida A&M is on the ball. Looks like Isaiah Land retrieves this ball. Big play by the Dark Clouds defense.
I swear, I tell you what, that's another bad snap exchange between the center and the quarterback on that shotgun. Another high snap. So something's happening in the trenches when he's snapping that ball high like that. Somebody's beating on his head, man.
Are you saying his concentration has been altered?
I think a little bit. Just a little bit.
1 minute, 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 21, Mississippi Valley 7. Rattlers on the first possession for the Mississippi Valley offense. A bad snap again over the quarterback's hand, scooped up by the All-American Buck Buchanan winner, Isaiah Land. Rattlers in business at the 10-yard line of the Delta Devils. Musa, receiver split left, and the give is up the middle. Nice run. They actually faked me out on that play.
That little swing pass trying to get it to your playmaker.
Definitely.
And he was trying to turn up to make something happen. Try to break, contain, and get that corner.
It was played well by the Delta Devils as he was only able to advance for a 1-yard gain. Second down, 8 yards to go. Florida A&M. Ball marked on the 9-yard line of the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. The give is up the middle, and they're getting some push there by the running back from Florida A&M, and that was Terrell Jennings, the ball carrier, brought down at about the 7-yard line. That's going to set the Rattlers up with a third down, 9 yards to go. This is a huge possession for this offense. They need to punch it in. 17 seconds on the clock. It's ticking. Third quarter. Musa rolls out to his right. He's looking. Got a flag down on the play. He overthrows a pass intended for Xavier Smith and David Manico in the end zone. But I'm looking at a yellow flag at about the 12-yard line. They're going to call holding on Florida A&M.
Yeah, I tell you what, no reason for that. The quarterback is actually rolling to his right. The backside guard or tackle got caught holding. And the player he or she was trying to block was nowhere near the quarterback.
That will bring on Jose Romo Martinez. And it looks like he's going to be attempting what will be near the 27-yard field goal. Rattlers, they placed the ball down at the Delta Devil. Looks like it's about the 6-yard line. This is one of the top kickers in the country. We have 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Kick is down and is up. And it's good. As Florida A&M extends to a 24-7 lead off the fumble recovery by Isaiah Land. We have just officially ended